G'day everyone, welcome back to Street Car Culture's YouTube channel. Today we're working on the Mazda Turbo. I just had a couple deliveries delivered, so let's give them a quick open and then we'll go about installing them. So this one here is the Mazda Familia badge that I've been waiting on, which I ordered at the start of the month. So let's check it out. Obviously I don't want to damage it, so... Oh, that's awesome. Check that out. That's gone on the rear tailgate, so we'll install that in a sec. And then this next one should be our boost gauge. So I found the perfect spot for this. Now obviously it's only a tiny one, I didn't want something that is quite obvious, but I found the perfect spot, and hopefully today, if it has all the fittings, we should be able to install this. So yeah, let me grab the camera and let's install the badge first. So first things first, this is the Familia badge we've just received. This should replace this Mazda 323 badge. Now this badge is mint, but I've always wanted the Familia one. Originally I wanted the infinity symbol, but they're near impossible to find, and I was actually lucky to find this one. So we'll pull the other one off and we'll whack this one on. Make sure we pull these clips out, pop them back in. That looks like it should fit with no issue. All the pins are the same. But first, give it a quick... Still need to clean that up. Once this car's finished, I'm going to give it a full detail. And it's still, you can see here, still not quite the cleanest. And I do apologise about the wind noise, but there's not much I can do here. Oh, that is... Well, there you go. Familia badge fits perfect. The badge itself isn't perfect, but like I said, it's super hard to find. So I think it suits the car more, because obviously this is a Oz spec 4-door shell, but it's pretty much a GDX, everything GDX, except it's got extra doors. So yeah, I think it looks way better. And then if anyone's looking for a mint 323 badge, hit me up, and I'm sure we can work something out. But that's that. So I think the next thing to do is install the boost gauge, so I can actually take it for a spin and we can actually see how much boost it's pushing. Now it should be pushing factory about 7, I think 6 or 7, but because I've got some other mods, it actually might spike to 10. So I want to see actually how much boost it's running, because up until now I haven't been able to do that. So yeah, let me set the camera up and we'll start putting the boost line in. Alright, so I've unboxed the boost gauge. Managed to find, I don't know if you can see it right down there, managed to pull that out, and it goes straight through the floor. So I'm going to put this back in, obviously, and I'm just routing it for now, just to try and get it neat. I'm probably going to just for now route it there, so I can see what my boost is, and then I'm going to route these, pull this off, pull the PCV valve off, and then route it to a catch can. Route the other one to a catch can too. But for now, I just want to take it for a drive, see if we're pulling any boost, because I didn't realise that the gauge I got, I'll show you guys, the gauge I got doesn't have vacuum, only has positive boost pressure. So when I'm revving it and stuff, I'm thinking the gauge isn't working, but obviously in neutral under no load it might not be making any boost. So yeah, let me route the rest of it and then I reckon we'll go for a drive. Alright, so as you can see, I've just mounted it to the intake manifold for now. It feels pretty good. You saw me put throw tape on it. I am going to tidy all this up a bit better. I'm going to run that to a catch can, and I'm going to run that one, bypass this and run that to a catch can. So I got to find a catch can that I can hide somewhere. I don't want the big obvious catch can, I want it to look pretty factory, so it's going to run like that for now, and then we'll go on the inside and route all the inside up. So I've ran all the line. You can see, I don't know if you can see too well, let me turn the line on. You can see I've ran the line from next to the brake booster, comes through the floor, and the final resting spot of the gauge is here. Now I was going to put the gauge in that little square spot there, but the square's too small and I don't want to crack the dash, so I run it up here, but because of that I didn't buy a cup, so I've got to buy a cup. But I think that there, because it's, like I said, it's only 52mm gauge, so I think that there will look pretty factory-ish and won't look too out of place. It's not like I've got a big monster taco sitting here and gauges all up here and stuff. It'll just be, I'll just get like a nice black plastic cup and then just try recess it back a bit and just sit it there. I think that's fine. I can still see all my gauges, idiot lights, everything. So, but yeah, it's basically all hooked up, but just no cup. So I think I actually want to see if it works. So I'm going to move some cars out of the way. It's like the castle here. I have to move the Camaro to get to the Kingswood to get to the Mazda. And you might have noticed this when I fitted the badge. I'll talk about that a bit later. Tiny bit. I hate getting cars on, I hate not warming cars up, and obviously I'm going to give it to go through a couple gears to at least see if it makes any boost at all, but surely, I hope so. Like I said, revving it in neutral didn't have it didn't register any boost, but this gauge doesn't register vacuum, only registers positive boost pressure. So let's have a look. I want to be out and about in it too long, to be honest. Just a quick lap around and then we'll see, take it back. Boost gauge works, guys. Boost gauge works. It's making 6 pound. That's awesome. Obviously I've got the camera set up there so I can't really show you, but yeah, it came up on boost and it made a solid 6 pound, only second gear too, and with a 2.5 inch exhaust all the way through, that's actually pretty good. Let's get this car back. I just want to make sure that it works. I think it makes 7 pound. Yep, makes 7 pound. Which is exactly what it should make factory, so that's awesome. Now I know it works, I can not stress, get the gauge cup, finish it off, but it's basically all working, so hopefully you heard it. But well, this is the exhaust I was telling you about. The rear tip, I've painted black just so it doesn't stand out as much, because there's not much chrome on this car. You can see that pipe there. I can't get under the car to show you the whole lot, but it's a high flow cat. So from the dump pipe's 2.5 inch, and then high flow cat and a full 2.5 inch exhaust into what I think is like a 3 or 4 inch tip. I don't know, but I painted it all black so it wouldn't stand out. But I'll give you a listen. so as you can see, it actually has like a nice note to it. It's not too loud, sounds good at idle. Has the little crackles from the high flow cat, but yeah,